Canton opened the high school football season with back-to-back setbacks and hasn't lost since, winning 9 consecutive games, including playoff W's against Dakota Valley and defending champion T-Area. Tonight, the Seahawks clashed with Lenox in the Class 11A championship outdoors in Brookings. Opening quarter, Canton on the move when Vermillion tosses right and finds Shaden Scheidt for a 6-yard touchdown connection. Seahawks lead 7-0. Later in the first, Canton looks to cap an 8-play drive with points and does. Vermillion runs left, finds a hole, and scores a 13-yard touchdown, 18-0 after 1. Second quarter, Lenox moved the ball 67 yards on the one. Hayden Mendel gets the carry and powers into the end zone for a touchdown, still 18-8. Third quarter, Seahawks by 17. Vermillion gets the carry and breaks free. Caden pulls away from the defense for a record-setting 91-yard touchdown run. Hawks by 24, and Canton cruises to its first title since 2013, 46-8 over Lenox. ViborgHurley met defending champion Bonham in the Class 9AA championship. After posting a safety in the first quarter, Bonham adds to its lead in the second. Riley Rothschadel spins and connects with Joshua Crownover for a 12-yard touchdown. At the PAT, it's 9-0. Moments later, ViborgHurley hangs a score on the board. Chase Mason dances his way out of trouble and throws deep to Shane Anderson, who goes 56 yards for a touchdown. Conversion failed. It's 9-6 Cavaliers. More from the undefeated Cougars as Mason throws a slant pass to Anderson, who outruns the defense to the near sideline and goes 49 yards for the second of his 3 touchdowns. PAT failed. ViborgHurley leads 12-9. Late in the first half, facing 4th and 2, Bonham quarterback Crownover calls his own number and scores an 8-yard touchdown, but ViborgHurley leads 18-16 at half. Third quarter, ViborgHurley trails 24-18, facing 4th and goal, but Mason stretches for a 7-yard touchdown. He had 198 rushing yards and 3 scores. And ViborgHurley wins the 9AA championship 50-24, despite Rob Kessler having to convince his players of their potential.
One of the kids said, "You know, Coach, you told us that we're going to the state championship this year, and none of us believed you. You know, we hadn't even made it to the playoffs in how many years." But they said after the first game of the season, and we seen what we had, we started believing.
BrittonHecla played reigning champion Canastota Freeman in the Class 9A championship. Second quarter of a shootout, BrittonHecla trails 22-16 until Cole Fosness hits pay dirt from 8 yards out. Conversion failed. We're tied at 22. Minutes later, Canastota Freeman regains the lead. Trey Ortman bounces it outside to the near sideline and goes 42 yards for a touchdown. At the 2-point conversion, it's 30-22 Pride. Later in the second, the points continue to pile up as Aiden Fredrickson rolls right and stretches the ball across the goal line for a touchdown. Braves added a defensive score and led 34-30 at halftime. After the two teams combined for 9 touchdowns in the first half, Canastota Freeman tallies a lone score. The third, Tice Ortman, motors 25 yards for a score. At the 2-point conversion, it's 38-34. Fourth quarter, the Pride seal the deal with a 13-play, 56-yard drive, capped by Trey Ortman's 1-yard TD sneak. Canastota Freeman wins its 2nd straight championship, 46-34, and stands atop one of South Dakota's most talented classes.
Just an amazing group of talented players in all 9A. And so we're just happy to be out on top of it. All this 9-man football is competitive as heck as you watch these games today. All these boys come ready to play. Not many of them have the opportunity to go next level, so they're living in the moment right now, and they're loving every second of it.
When we co-op, we were so excited, and I think we're really starting a dynasty here. We hope the younger guys just keep it rolling, and it's just awesome to go back to back.
Trey Ortman was named the Jim Langer MVP. Coleman, Egan, and Harriet Selby area cross paths in the 9B championship. Second quarter, the Wolverines trail by 16, but hang 6 on the board. Wade Begeman rolls right and hits Trey Saylor for a 3-yard touchdown. It's 16-6. Later in the second, Coleman Egan answers. Ryan Volker runs right, hits a wall, reverses course, picks up a block, and takes a long way for a 14-yard touchdown. Volker had 101 yards and 3 scores. It's 24-6. Minutes later, on the heels of a turnover, the Hawks add to their advantage. Nate Tolley runs through the D and scores a 7-yard touchdown. Tolley had 167 yards and 4 scores. And Coleman Egan claims the 9B championship 58-6 over Harriet Selby area.
Work ethic and discipline, and they've instilled that, and I hope you can see that on the football field, that's really how they play football, and then winning is a product of all those things.
This marks the Hawks' 3rd title in 4 years.